unwind. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm actually going to have you budget with me for the month, and then I'm going to show you my monthly breakdown, and that includes my fixed expenses, which is my monthly expenses, and my sinking funds per month. So stay tuned. Hi guys, so I'm back. So today I'm going to go ahead and budget out my month. And by that, I just mean I'm going to go ahead and number this month out and put in my bill due dates as well as my paydays. And then from that, we're going to move on to my monthly breakdown. So this month is October. And then actually the 1st of October started this Monday, so which was yesterday. So today's the 2nd. And we're just going to go through that. So I really like this template. I actually got this on Etsy along with the rest of the template in my budget binder, which I can definitely show you guys. I just made that myself, and if you'd like to see that video, just go ahead and comment below and like this video. And I like the fact that I'm able to put in the dates, you know, along with the month and just kind of write it out that way. So the only thing that I kind of don't like about this is that it's a little small, and I tend to write really big. So let's see how this goes. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the bill days. So let's use red for money going out. Shall we? So on the 3rd, we have a bill that's due. And then we have one that's due on the 5th. I wonder how this is gonna work because these are a little big for my taste. But we're making it work, you guys. We're gonna make it work right now. Then we have another bill due on the 6th. We have due on the 11th. And I'll write these out in a minute. I'm just gonna put the little stickers where they belong. And actually on the 13th, we have 2 bills due. And so I'm gonna separate them just to give them enough space. And then on the 14th, we have another bill. 15th, I don't like that it's overlapping on that. I'm gonna have to fix that. Then we have one on the 16th, one on the 17th, and then one on the 26th. That's a lot of freaking bills. I'm not so sure that I like that. And then now, from the same one, we're gonna use the green one for my paydays. So I get paid every week and from 2 different sources of income. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put these down for that. Now, for the purposes of making the budget easier for myself and just easy numbers, I do a bi-weekly or a 2 paycheck system just to make numbers a little bit easier. You know, it's just for myself. I'm not that great at math, so I don't want to make it too hard on myself. This kind of now reminds me of Christmas, honestly, because of the bills and I just realized that. That might have to change. Yeah, I don't want my October to look like Christmas. So the first bill or money that has to come out is rent on the 3rd. And then I also get paid on the 3rd on Wednesday. So this is just gonna be income 1. And then on the 5th, we have capital 1. On the 6th, we have Dropbox. Then on the 10th, we have income 2. On the 11th, we have Spectrum. On the 13th, we have Esurance and David's Bridals. So Esurance and then David's Bridals, which this should be the last month for David's Bridals. That card should be completely paid off. Then on the 14th, we have DirecTV. 16th, we have the IRS. 17th, we have T-Mobile. And then we have income 1 again. And then we have income 2. Then on the 26th, we have Netflix. And then we have income 1 again. So I'm gonna probably have to find a little better system for this just because I don't like that these are too big. This is my first monthly breakdown, so I was just trying to give it a go. I really like the template. I really do like that, but I'm not sure about these. So I need to get like little dots that are a little bit smaller than this so I'm able to write and maybe see if I can space this out a little bit bigger just because I do, as you can see, write a little bit too big. Now notes, I should actually add one more thing here, another bill. It's not a monthly bill, it's a yearly bill, but I'm just gonna remind myself to pay for it before the month is over. And I'm gonna pay for it on Friday the 26th. And that is going to be my car registration. And that's gonna be $125. So that's actually coming out of my sinking funds for car maintenance, which I'll show you in my monthly breakdown. Okay, so that's it, folks. That's my monthly bills and my monthly paydays. I'll see you in a bit. Bye. Hi guys, and I'm back. So I'm gonna go ahead and break down my month. So you just saw me plan for the month for my bill due dates as well as my paydays, and now I'm just gonna break down what I pay out in a month and what I save in a month. So this is again for the month of October. And my account balance, I actually do not know that because I have a savings account where I put in the bulk of my money, because as some of you, if you've been watching, you know that I'm working on Vita right now. So that money goes into savings along with my emergency fund. And then on my regular account, I just keep like a small balance, which is generally about $1,000, I think. So we're gonna go through my actual paydays. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with my breakdown for my income. So that I get paid on the 3rd, so 10/3/18, I get income 1, and that is roughly $250. And then we have income 2, which I get on the 10th, and that's roughly around $754. And then we get income 1 again on the 17th. And that's again roughly about $250. And then we have income 2 again on the 24th, and that's $754. Now, this month I'm gonna have an extra paycheck from income 1 again. And I'm debating how to use that, whether that's gonna go to savings or if that's gonna be broken down here. But for the purposes of this video, I'm just gonna break down the 4 paychecks. And depending on what I decide to do with that paycheck, I'll come back and make another video for you guys. So there we go. Okay, and then so the total for this is $1,004. So here we go. So out of the $1,004, it's not right. My math is wrong. So that is $2,008 a month. Just to be sure, because I suck at math, we're gonna do that math. So it's 250 plus 754 plus 250 plus 754 equals to 2008. Yes. I mean, really all I had to do was double my number that I do for bi-weekly breakdown. Anyways, moving on. So that's 2008 a month. So we're gonna go ahead and do, so October 3rd is the due date for rent. And I paid that with my previous month check. So that's already been paid for up front, but I'm still gonna break it down for this because I will be stuffing envelopes for next month. So on the 3rd, and that's rent, and that gets $450. And then we have on 10/5, we have my Capital One, and that gets the minimum of $26. Since I'm trying to pay off my David's Bridal, I'm just paying minimum on my Capital One until that's done. Then I have Dropbox on the 6th, and that's going to be $10 monthly. Then I have Spectrum on the 11th, and that is $26. Then we have Esurance, and that's $68 monthly, I believe. $67 monthly. David's Bridal, that's due on the same date. And again, that's being paid off this month, and I'm giving $110. And then my stepdad and my mom will be giving $110 as well. And then that will be completely paid off. Yay, finally. Finally. I don't know the words. Okay, so then October the 14th, DirecTV is due, and that's actually $50, but that might be going up monthly. Now this bill I actually split with my husband. With Spectrum, DirecTV, and Netflix, I split with my husband. So that's why they're a little bit lower than most people might normally pay. But also what I was saying regarding DirecTV, that might go up a little bit because we just included a package for my husband for football, and I'm splitting it with him because he doesn't really watch TV, but we keep DirecTV because of me. So I figured that I can pay an extra $10 a month for him to watch football. So then we have IRS on the 16th. That's $54 a month. Now the IRS, I explained a little bit in my original video about my budgeting journey, but I'll just let you guys know again, just in case you didn't watch that. But if you haven't watched it, there's gonna be a link somewhere up there if my finger is in frame. Up there. So I had my taxes done by someone that had never worked on taxes for someone who is in the entertainment industry. I ended up getting overpaid, and then for a very long time I didn't know that that had happened. So by the time I ended up getting the letter from the IRS, it had been over 2 years, and I had acquired some interest on top of that, so I'm currently paying that off. So that was my mistake. So now I just get it done with someone who actually works with people who are in the industry, and that just makes things so much simpler. So yep, that's a 2014 mistake, and now it's biting me in the ass, but oh well. gotta get it paid. So then we have T-Mobile on the 17th. And that right now, I allot $100, but I'm not sure how much that is because that does fluctuate. So I'm gonna have to figure out how much that actually is. After that, we have Netflix on the 26th. And that my part is $7. Then after that, we're just gonna go into my monthly expenses. From there, we go on to gas for my car. I allot myself $80 for that per month. Then I have my groceries and I give myself $60 for that. Now the reason, again, that's so low is I split that with my husband, but my husband mostly does the cooking and grocery shopping because he goes to the store after he's done at work. So he picks up the food for the evening and he pays that out of pocket. And then myself, I just kind of have this money for any specialty items that we might need. We're both keto, so we don't eat a whole lot throughout the day. I try to fast for 16 hours and then eat for 8 hours. So I don't have my first meal till about 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I have dinner. So our groceries tend to be a little bit lower than most people because I don't eat breakfast and and my snacks are pretty affordable. I tend to get them at the 99-cent store or Dollar Tree because it's pork rinds and stuff like that. And then I have my pets. I have 2 dogs, Pebbles and Bam Bam, and they get, it's 70. I changed it to 70. I forgot about that. So the $70 a month that they get, that's for their dry food, their wet food, and their grooming services. And they get groomed about every 7 to 12 weeks. So that's $70. Okay, and then I have my spending fund. And my spending fund gets $120 a month. Now, if you watched my previous envelope stuffing, I gave myself $100 and I realized that that was not gonna be enough. So I'm gonna give myself $120, and if then it seems like too much, then I'll go back to the 100. But for now, I think the 120 works a bit more for my lifestyle. But if I see that I'm not making any movements with savings and paying off debt, then I'll definitely lower that. And there's some other things that I can definitely get rid of. For now, 120 is gonna work for me. Then we have personal hygiene. That gets $60 a month. And that's just for, you know, eyebrow waxes, pedicures, manicures, and stuff like that. I currently do not have a manicure, and that's just because I'm shooting Vita, and my character of Yoli uses retinol polish, and I can't really change my nails until we're done shooting for the season. And we should be done by the end of October. So hopefully I'll be able to get it done soon. And then I have therapy. And therapy gets $50 a month. My copay is $25 and I go about twice a month. So then that brings down my total to roughly $2,008. Now, sometimes it's 7, sometimes it's 8, and that's only because some of my funds get split into 12 or 13 or 14 and 15, just to make the numbers work for myself. And then, so we're gonna go ahead and go here for total income of 2,000. This is a little repetitive, but I'm just gonna go ahead and put in here 2008. I don't know what I've spent so far, and my savings, I have $1,000 in my emergency fund. So there you have it, you guys. That is the monthly breakdown for my fixed expenses or my monthly expenses. And then now we're moving on to my sinking funds. Yay, I'll see you in a bit. So I am back, and then so now we're gonna go ahead and break down my sinking funds. So again, I'm just gonna go ahead and quickly do this. So I'm gonna go ahead and break down my sinking funds. They don't have dates of when they're due. These are just things that I am saving for that I know I will eventually have to pay towards, but I don't know when. They're non-monthly, they're not a fixed expense. They're just something that I know may pop up, so I'm saving for them now. So we're gonna start with car maintenance, and that gets $80 a month. Now, that's a little high maybe for some, but I'm doing this because I do have my car registration due at the end of this month. So that's why it's just a little bit high. So that might go down next month. We'll see how that breaks down. Then I have IMDb Pro, and that gets $18 a month. I have my corporate taxes, and that gets $50 a month. I have my SAG dues, and these vary, so I'm just allotting myself $50. I'm not sure that that's actually what it's gonna be, but for now it'll do. Then I have my health insurance, and this is another thing that I split with my husband. We pay $408 every quarter, so my part of it is $204. Oh crap, that's not what I pay. It's $204 total. My monthly for this is $68. Good one, Liz, good one. I'm gonna move on to the next one, just try that. And we have doctor copays, and I give myself $26 monthly for that. We have medication, and that gets $10 a month. Yeah, let's go back to health insurance. That gets $68 monthly. And then we have gifts and Christmas. So gifts and Christmas, that just gets divided into 2. That's for birthdays or anything that might pop up, and that gets $74 monthly. And the only reason it's so high is because I just started saving for that, and Christmas is only 3 months away. Then we have our household fund, and that gets $20 a month. So then I have my clothing fund, and actually if you watched my envelope stuffing, it was a little different, and I believe so was the household fund. And it's just because I felt that I just needed to add a little bit more, just because I do have some things that are coming up, some expenses that I need to cover, and it just seemed like the easier thing to do, to add just a little bit more. So that gets $40 a month. And then we have my toiletries. That gets $30 a month. Then I have my work fund, and my work fund gets $30 a month as well. I have my emergency pet fund, and that gets $80 a month. Then I have my husband's birthday is coming up, so I'm saving $66 a month for that, and that's coming up in November, so I should have a little around almost $200 in order to spend on his birthday. Then I have my iPhone X payoff, and that gets $26 monthly. So the total for this is $668 for my sinking funds. And actually I realized my mistake in my fixed expenses that is going to change, so I'll change that right now. But $668 for this. My total income is $2,008. And then total spend I don't know yet, and my savings we're just going to put in my emergency savings fund, which is $1,000. So this is actually going to change to $1,340. So now I said that I'm able to add certain things and subtract certain things, and that's because, again, I do have money in savings that is coming from other income that I don't count on my monthly breakdown, because my monthly breakdown is what I live in. The money that I make off of acting is what I want to save in case something happens, I don't have a job or whatever it may be. That's just put aside for certain things, and it's also allotted for, like, I'm going on my honeymoon to Italy in November, so some of that money's already been allotted to that. So that's why I'm able to add or a little bit more to my income or subtract from my income, because I do have the luxury to do that, which I know is not something that everybody else can do, but I'm really thankful that I can do that. But I want to stick to a budget so that I'm not taking from that money on a monthly basis and just slowly living off of the two other incomes that I have coming in. So then this is going to be $1,340, which adds up to the $2,008. So there you have it, guys. That's my fixed expenses, and then this is my sinking funds. Stay tuned for next week where I'll be doing my envelope stuffing for my first paycheck in October. Okay, I'll come back in a little bit. Hi guys, it's me again. So there you have it. That was my monthly breakdown and also my budget with me for the month. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please hit that like button. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that now, and also ring my bell so that you can stay updated on anything that I have coming up. I do different videos, you guys. I'm not sticking to a certain formula. I know that there's people that you just do one thing, but that's not how I live my life, so that's not what my channel is gonna be about. I'm just gonna sort of show you different facets of my life, which is acting, which is, you know, my budgeting journey, my credit repair journey, my journey with losing weight, and my struggle with losing weight, which that's gonna be coming up later, which I'm calling Lizzie's Weighty Issues. I actually had a blog named that I used to update, and I haven't updated in a really long time, but now I'm gonna go ahead and bring it to my YouTube channel. So if you're interested in weight loss and weight loss journey, tune into that. I'll be talking about, you know, my journey on keto, my journey as like trying to get a little bit healthier and fitter, and also why at the current age that I am, I'm trying to focus on that as well, you know, for health reasons and whatnot. So yeah, so when you're tuning into my channel, just know you're gonna get a lot of different content. It's not just one thing, but I will try to be very active about updating the different things that I have going on, just because I do tend to get a little scatterbrain. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this, and stay tuned till, I don't know, sometime this week, maybe next week. Okay, thanks so much for watching. This is gonna be a bumpy ride. Bye bye.